forget where you're coming from. King Shango set the trend. Yo, I want them. Mama telling you this. Hey, Jack. Wanna better have some respect and manners. See the Asian them and give them honors.
Respect and manners.
Yes,
Nothing wrong with
they
that.
always say, too little simple thing can carry you through the world. Respect and manners, that's all I'm asking from you. Respect and manners, then love will come to you. Respect and manners, that's all I'm asking from you. Respect and manners.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome back to another video. By the title of today's video, you can see that I'm going to be talking about the cost of living in Jamaica for 2023. Now, since starting this channel just over 2 years ago, this is something that I've done every year. So on the channel, there is a video called Cost of Living in Jamaica 2021, Cost of Living in Jamaica 2022. And of course, as we come to the end of the year, I thought it only right to do a video on the cost of living 2023. All of the costs that I'm going to be featuring in this video are based on what I personally pay being out here. And they're going to be focusing on household costs, okay? So things like household bills, electricity, food, cable, Wi-Fi, water, etc. Okay, so they're just going to be focused on household costs, household bills, and I think, you know, this is going to be different for everybody, right? So in our household, we have a household of 2. The previous videos have been centered around a household of 2 or 3 people. At the moment, it's just Outlaw and I. So the costs that I'm going to be speaking about reflect just the 2 of us, okay? And I know that it's going to be different for different people. And although this may give you kind of an idea of how much you can expect to pay in kind of household bills if you are looking to move out here to Jamaica, or if you're just interested in what the cost of living kind of looks like, this may give you some idea. Remember, it's based on a household of 2 people. But at the same time, I'm aware that there are other people out there who are in similar households to Outlaw and I, who are paying a lot more for certain bills, and some who are paying a lot less for certain bills. So I think it just has to be taken on a case-by-case scenario, right? Right, so let's get into it. So the costs that I'm going to be talking about today include things like electricity, JPS, water, NWC, cable, Wi-Fi, internet, and also groceries and gas. And by gas, I mean cooking gas, because we have a gas stove and you have to buy your gas in like these gas cylinders. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's start with the first one, JPS. Now, guys, unlike the other 2 videos that I've done, I'm not even going to rant about JPS. I think everybody who knows, right? So JPS, Jamaica Public Services, is the only electricity provider. And all of the prices that I'm giving you, all of the costs that I'm giving you are per month, okay? So on average, our JPS bill per month, well, it ranges. So it's anywhere between 7,000 Jamaican dollars per month and 10,000 Jamaican dollars per month. Now, the costs vary depending what time of year it is. So in the cooler months, like December, January, February, when it's a little bit colder, we tend not to have any AC on. And I feel like that impacts the bill. It's a bit lower. In the summer months, you know, June, July, August, September, we're in October now. I've still got the AC on because it's so hot. We've got the AC running. We only have the AC running in one room. Now, even though we have AC throughout the house, we only limit our AC to one room, which is the bedroom, and usually that's in the night time. And so in the hotter months, when we've got our AC running, of course our electricity bill is more. On average, I would say that our electricity bill, $8,000 per month, is our electricity bill with JPS. All right, moving on. Water. So in the previous 2 videos, I didn't feature any water bill because we weren't getting a water bill. We are now. And water, which is provided by NWC, National Water Commission, comes in for us at about $3,000 per month. $3,000 per month. Now, guys, actually, it might be just a good thing to note that we don't have a water tank where we are. So if water goes, we're stuck. But fortunately for us, we don't really have many issues with the water in terms of the water being locked off by NWC. And if it does get locked off, usually it's you know, not for a very long time, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour or so, and it's back on. During the summer months, there was, well, we've had a drought, and so what I've noticed is that about 11 o'clock at night time, 11, 12, NWC have been turning the water off, and then by about 4:35, the water's back on. So it hasn't really impacted us, unlike some communities that I know. The same with JPS. There are people that experience power cuts, and you may want to think about getting a generator if you're thinking about moving out here. That may be something you may want to invest in. We don't have a generator, but again, we don't really have any issues. We don't really have much issues, should I say, with JPS and power outages. And again, when we do have a power outage, it's just for a very, very short time, a few minutes, and the power is back on. So we really don't have much issues with power outages or anything like that. But these are the things that are important if you're thinking about moving out here, thinking about getting a generator, backup generators for electricity, and water tanks for when the water goes, because these are the realities of living in Jamaica. All right, so the next one is cable and Wi-Fi. So we have a package called, I can't remember what it's called, Yard and something package with Flow. Okay, so there's Flow and Digicel. I think there is another provider, but Flow and Digicel are the main two providers. We have Flow, and our package, which we upgraded about a year. Actually, it's a bit wasted on us, because that 7,500 includes cable, where we get lots of channels, and also our Wi-Fi for the house. I'm going to be honest, guys, our TV hasn't been turned on since June. June was the last time our TV was turned on. It's now October, so we really are not TV watchers. We're really not big TV watchers. Yeah, our TV hasn't been turned on since June, so I think all these cable channels are a waste on us. We tend to just go on our phones or our laptops and, you know, watch things on there. But of course, for the internet and Wi-Fi, it works out. To be fair, we could just get a Wi-Fi package, but of course when people come over, it's always nice to have the option of the TV for them to watch if they want to, right? So our cable and Wi-Fi bill is 7,500 roughly Jamaican dollars per month. All right, the next one is gas. Now gas, I mean cooking gas. So you can get cooking gas in different size cylinders. If you have an electric stove, then you don't need to worry about that. And so we need to buy the cylinders in order to cook. All right. We really don't, well, I would say I really don't. I do cook, but because it's just the two of us right now, we're really not big eaters, Outlaw and I. We don't. So you know, I'm not cooking all the time. I'm really not. Maybe a few times a week at the moment, as it's just the two of us, right? And one gas cylinder, like we buy the smaller ones, not the big ones, the smaller ones, because it fits in our kitchen in the cupboard. I can't remember the size of it, but we probably buy a new gas cylinder maybe once or twice every 2 to 3 months. Yes, every 2 to 3 months, we buy a new gas cylinder, cooking gas cylinder. So we don't, I remember we used to do it every month, every 3-4 weeks, but now we don't, every 2 to 3 months. The cost of the gas cylinder that we buy is $4,000. So that works out about 2,000 Jamaican dollars per month for our cooking gas. Okay, finally, groceries. Now this is always the hardest one, especially as it's just Outlaw and I, because like I said, we're not big eaters really at home. We don't spend a lot on groceries really. Groceries in Jamaica are expensive, and not so much the fresh produce, but things that you have to buy in the supermarkets, all those things that are imported do cost a lot of money. I would say that per month we probably spend about 40 to 50,000 Jamaican dollars per month. It could be less than that, to be fair. I'm just being generous. 40 to 50,000 Jamaican dollars per month. I'm going to average that out. Let's say 45,000 Jamaican dollars per month on groceries, cosmetics, toiletries, food. Yeah. So let's say 45,000 Jamaican dollars per month on average. All right. So guys, let's just do a quick recap. In total, our spend per month on household bills, and guys, of course, this doesn't include put it that way, it doesn't include the cost of any accommodation costs. This is just basic household bills. 65,500 Jamaican dollars per month, which roughly in US dollars is roughly about 485 US dollars. Remember, the currency rate changes, the exchange rate changes every day, so it's not accurate. And roughly roughly 350 pounds in British pounds per month. Now guys, do remember, this is just for a family of 2. It doesn't include accommodation costs. It's just electric, water, cable and Wi-Fi, groceries and cooking gas. Guys, how does it compare to what you are paying? I mean, if you're in Jamaica and you are maybe a two-person household like we are, is it comparable to what you're paying? Are we paying a lot less? Are we paying a lot more? Guys, I know it's going to be very different for you guys abroad. Sometimes it's quite hard to compare what you pay abroad to what you pay in Jamaica. You know, the economy is different. It's just different, right? But I'm interested, especially if you're in Jamaica, how does that compare to what you guys are paying? Especially if you're living in a similar household to Outlaw and I in terms of numbers, 2 of us. So yes, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that's reasonable? Do you think that's too much? Do you think actually that's quite fair? Let me know what you guys think. Guys, I hope that this video has been useful. I hope you've enjoyed it. And until the next time, let me say.